Hey guys, I'm going to share a video from 2020 of myself having cognitive dissonance as mentally in Jehovah's Witness. And I'm responding to my sister who was sending me notes that she took from her meeting. So that's pretty much all it is. And then the floodgates just opened up because at the time I didn't really have anyone I could openly say these things about. Anyway, this picture is birds flying, being freed, chains being broken. It's pretty obvious what that represents, and that's pretty much me. I'm a free bird still to this day, 3 years later. I did wake up in 2021. So this is just months before when I started to put two and two together. This organization of Jehovah's Witnesses is definitely going down a path that does not align with truth, even though they call themselves the truth. So I just wanted to share it and just kind of add it to my collection. I'm going to be putting a couple of other videos in there in regards to expressing my devotion to the religion. So I actually did some reaction videos to supposed, what you would say, apostate material, and I'll be sharing those as well. But in the meantime, this is me in April 2020 expressing cognitive dissonance and distrust in the governing body that I've never even heard myself say out loud up until this point, but I decided to make this video without intentionally wanting to send it to who I was responding to, in this case, my sister. So hopefully you guys can relate, and maybe it can be helpful even now if you're still stuck in a rut as a Jehovah's Witness and you know deep down that they're promoting this agenda that's false, and it wouldn't be in alignment with what God wants or what God would promote, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer at this point. A lot of the things that we were talking about back then that were deemed conspiracies have since come true, and it's pretty undeniable. So I'm just reflecting on some past things, and I'm looking back, and some things I want to share, just kind of fit it together with my story. And then I'll probably top it off with another video in regards to how I woke up, because this whole thing with, oh, I gotta pray more, I gotta, just stick it out and see what happens, that just didn't end up happening, thank God. And I did end up researching on top of just praying. And that's what you got to do, right? The answer doesn't come to you. You have to seek it out. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you were in that same boat back then and woke up in the same way for the same reasons, I'd like to hear from you. All right. Take care, guys.
Hi, Ellen Mom, I just read the messages there. Sorry about my pajama look. I just washed my face. And I don't know what to say. I just read those messages from the notes that you took at the meeting. So, uh, I, I just can't relate to the assurity coming from the organization that all is well and the staying in your homes is, for our own safety, like the government and the media, and that's the whole narrative is following through. And I understand following orders, but I don't really particularly agree with their reasons. And so there's a lot of stuff coming out on this virus, and I just have come across a lot of information. So I'm not special or anything. I've just been reading into it, and I happen to be connected with people who are really informed. So not just people who have their own ideas, but these articles that are just coming from everywhere. And not only that, but I have my own belief system when it comes to the whole state of the world. And, it does, some of it reflects what the Bible is saying. Most of it does. I just noticed some things, and I've really been irked lately at a lot of it, and it's actually making me want to take a step back, and it's gonna probably make me, I don't know, I'm praying about it, but you know what? This is like just hearing from another sect of the government. I mean, even JW.org is kind of fashioned from the Washington, government website app icon or whatever. It's kind of similar. To compare staying in your homes right now to what Moses or what anyone else went through in the Bible, it's almost a form of manipulation, because it's totally not the same thing as what we're going through now. And I'm sure Moses, or those accounts, and I'll have to look at them, I will look at them, I'm sure it was for their own safety. So where I'm coming from is the safety issue. I mean, to spray down everything and wear gloves and masks, and to stay away from people and social distance and, house arrest, basically. I mean, it's completely over the top, but it's way more than over the top. It's Orwellian. I mean, it's they're out for our rights, and they're definitely winning under the guise of this pandemic. They are officially taking what's left of our civil liberties. Now, I don't want to sound political, but that's, people are accepting it, and they're saying, yes, we need to fight the coronavirus. Kind of like how they said we need to fight terrorism after 9/11, which was also planned and carried out meticulously in so many details. I mean, you could write a book about that one, exposing it all, but still nobody will go to jail and nobody will be held accountable for. And in this case, the only way Bill Gates or any of these people will be held accountable is, and I was talking to Mom about this the other day, is obviously when the end comes. Now, I don't know about this airy-fairy, la-di-da-di stuff, with just focus on, the illustrations. They're awesome, they're good, okay? Don't get me wrong. You can't rip a Bible when it's all together and the pages are together. They're solid. And I love that. And that could be like the congregation, right? Because the person by themselves, like, I can't even imagine leaving the truth. I would even like just, I'm just going to take what I know from the Bible and be a spiritual person. And, all this is just bothering me. And because it's been bothering me for years, but I've just overcome it. And that's why I probably gave Ross the time of day with his video, which I still regret doing. I shouldn't have did that, And this isn't an apostate sort of thing. It's, although you guys will probably say, yes, it is. But it's, I have a feeling. I'm just being struck with doubt, like left and right. And every time I go on jw.org, and I hate going on that website. I don't know why. It just irks me. Because it seems very corporate, it's like a business, and the videos are like advertisements, and they're lifting up, the putting out that idea that if you join us, you'll be so happy and you'll just be loved and Jehovah loves you, and we're spreading the message, and they keep referring to the coronavirus epidemic or the pandemic, and it's just like watching CNN or anything else. I just have that, it gets to me because I know it's false. I know there's way more to the story. This is like a false flag going on. Everyone's buying it up and saying, yeah, we're better off inside for sure. Lock us up. Arrest us if we go to the playground. I am on board. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to hate hearing this from me. And I can't send you articles. Oh, don't send me articles. I don't want to know about it. I'll just watch the news. I'm good. And get my info from the hall or the website, the articles, the publications. Just keep that going. So it's just kind of a little one-sided, isn't it? There's stuff going on in the world people should know about. I think either the governing body is withholding information or they're just going along with it. Or they just don't know. Is it possible that Jehovah's chosen ones to give us the proper information at the right time? Because now would be a good time to get the truth from the governing body. At least not in a big outlandish way, but not so subservient to those who are lying to us and trying to kill us. I just don't understand that. I don't understand putting Henry Kissinger up on a pedestal when he wants to kill us all. He wants to depopulate the earth just like Bill Gates and the rest of them. I'm just a little bit on the sidelines here. And I was thinking this before I studied the Watchtower we had a beautiful study. It was like a personal study, and she's reading and she's doing her studies. So I don't think I'm gonna send this, but I think I'm just talking crap. Don't pay attention. I don't know. Who am I? I don't know anything. I'm speaking my mind, and if that, makes you upset, I'm sorry. But you know what? There's a lot of stuff that just has to be stopped. And so for people to be encouraged to follow suit with these restrictions and regulations because it's out of love, because the government loves us, and the Jehovah loves us even more than the government. That's a line that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over. But I disagree that the government loves us, and I mean, they're there to set up rules and kind of have a little bit of a facade at the same time, take care of us to a certain degree, keep laws in place, but, all in all, they couldn't care a bleep less about us. And that's because of what kind of stuff they're into and what they're funding and what kind of, it's the government. Come on. They don't care about us. They just don't. Holy, there's endless proof of that. But, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm starting to think, you know what? I don't know. Bible's good. Jehovah's good. The people in the truth are good. Okay? It's just why are we being led in such a way where not enough is being said? And it's like we're being manipulated a bit, distracted, I don't want to say lied to, like that's That's blasphemous, right? To say we're being lied to by the governing body. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. Oh, no, but like I said, they're either going along with the program, which is fine, but why though? You know why, really? Because it's not for our protection. Really, it's not. We're gonna be led to the slaughterhouse willingly at the end of the day. And it's gonna be the Great Tribulation, and we're gonna be like, oh, that's okay, Jehovah will take care of us, because that's what we're taught, that's what we believe, and that's what we know, and we're gonna do this with a smile on our face and a hope of living forever, and nothing can take that away, and we'll just be walking peacefully onto the boxcars, you know, hand in hand. It's all good, you know. No need to fight for our rights. No need to stand up for the truth. You know, the truth in the Bible is one thing, but people still need to wake up. And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing anybody waking up here in this organization. I mean, you can not believe in you can believe in that doesn't matter. But what's happening now is huge. It's an attack on us in so many ways. It's instituting all these different things that are coming, that have been planned already. And so the organization had all this set up already before we even knew about it. I mean, what does that mean? They knew that this was coming? They have insider information? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I just don't know anymore. And so I'm signing off here because I'm not going to share this. I am not going to share this. I'm not going to share this. In fact, if it goes on Google, I'm going to delete it. Because, Mom, I don't want you to see this. I'll talk to you on the phone, but this is just me talking, like, so that I can confess to myself that, you know what? I love Jehovah. I love Jehovah. But I'm concerned because I just don't see... I don't see them turning around and saying, oh, we were wrong. We were wrong, you know? I don't see that happening. I think it's going to go right to the bitter end, and people are just going to be swooped up in it, and not in the way where... I mean, it's a nice idea to have Jesus and his angels come down from heaven and swoop everybody up that way and safeguard us from the, you know, the New World Order officers and the military who are out only to find the remaining Jehovah's Witnesses on the earth. I mean, that's a nice visual and an idea, you know, and I really hope that that's true. I mean, the coming of the, you know, Jesus coming down, right? I just hope I'm alive to see that, and that would, you know, yeah, but it's not like the witnesses are doing anything wrong, but are they? I don't know. I think they should be, right now I'm just second guessing some stuff, but I'll have to look more into it, and I've read those messages, and I'm going to read those extra scriptures too, because I read the one in Psalms, and then there was one at the end where Jehovah says he's going to speed up the process of the small man turning into a great village and whatnot. And I'm wondering if the brother giving the talk was using that to describe the speeding up of the work and the amount of Jehovah's Witnesses right now, because in the Bible it's actually about people in the new system. So I wanted to know if that was taken and used for in a different context, because that wouldn't be good either, because of the talk. I mean, I didn't hear the talk, but that's the thing, I didn't hear the talk, but the notes were good, those nice notes. Yeah. I need to do a lot of praying. I need to do a lot of I don't need to research anymore on this COVID thing. This is 100% false flag operation. 100% my faith is on that. Okay? Where this is going to go is a little bit more uncertain, right? But we got a lot to not look forward to on that one. Anyway, sorry for my unkept look. Could have did this video earlier, but had to blah blah blah, talk it out. I can't phone up a witness friend and say what I'm saying right now. I just can't. And I can't send this to you guys. Oh, it's too real. It's way too real. But have a good night, and I love you, and I'll see you later, and hopefully talk to you on the phone here tomorrow or the next day. Don't judge. Don't judge. I'm a lowly person, not baptized. I'm trying my best over here, and I'm doing good. So, you know, what matters is that. And I'll do anything to stay on Jehovah's good side. I want to stay on Jehovah's side. I do. I want to be there. Okay, good night.
Having said as clearly as possible that the anti-vax people seem to be the winners, I want you to hear that clearly. The anti-vax people appear to be the winners. The anti-vaxxers clearly are the winners at this point, and I think it'll probably stay that way.